Hi, my name is Darlington Mawolo, an industrial security professional with good years of experience. You're welcome to the Security Manager channel, and on this channel, I'll be discussing security topics, physical and cyber security topics alike. I'll also be bringing you information on trends of security in Nigeria and across the world. I'll be bringing information on personal security, home security, transit security, travel security, and lots more. I'll be giving you information on security topics as regards critical infrastructures, report writing, things about security. I've done my research and I discovered that content on physical security are scarce. You see content on cyber security, they throw it out on what to do, the coding and all that, but contents on physical security, personal security are not very rich in the internet, and I decided to just shed light on this because many people will need this information, and trust me, this information, as little as any of the information you get from this channel will be, they will save lives and they will keep you safe. All right, so stay in touch by subscribing and turning on the notification so that when I share content you're able to get notified, as well as remember to like so this content can be shared to other people that would like this kind of content. Thank you and God bless. With this channel is security discussion all the way. So today I would like to bring to your notice a trend, to bring to your attention an old trick that criminals have been using to rob unsuspecting road users for some time now. All right, this trend, why am I bringing this trend to your attention? Why am I drawing attention to this trend? Actually, it's an old trick. It's something that used to happen, especially on expressways in Nigeria. We are making this content from. It's usually rampant along Benin Ore Expressway. However, this trend is recently beginning to resurface, and especially within the city of Lagos. A colleague of mine in the office, about 3 weeks ago, on his way to the office, stopped somewhere to buy fuel, and after purchasing fuel, he was on phone, driving out of that place between 6:45 to 7 a.m. and this same trick was played on him. So this is why I feel that it's necessary to inform innocent people, because he lost some valuables and a lot of things, and it was a serious trauma for him that day. So I wouldn't want others unsuspecting Nigerians to go through, or people to go through this kind of experience again. So the trick is to call your attention rapidly to a made-up fault on the road or your vehicle, or sometimes they deliberately bump into your car and make it look like an accident. Or I'm hoping that you will stop, or the unsuspecting passenger will stop, or driver will stop from the vehicle to check. At the moment that person stops to check, the occupants of that vehicle get robbed, the vehicle can be stolen, or in the case of K4R, the occupants get kidnapped or abducted. So I just want to bring this to your notice, and like I said, I'm making this content from Nigeria. So if any place you are in the world watching this, if you are having the same experience, if you had the same experience, or you know someone that has the same experience, or you've seen such thing, or you notice such thing in your own country, please comment, put in the comment below your own story, so that other persons will learn from it and of course get better. However, I'm not just here to tell you what is happening. I'm also here to give you some clues, security tactics that you can use, or some strategy you can use to avoid or manage this kind of situation, so you don't become a victim of robbery or kidnapped. The first point I want to talk about here is number one: check your vehicle before leaving the house. Check your car for faults before leaving the house, before hitting the road for whatever journey, whatever trip. If you check your car, there are chances that when those made-up faults, those kind of attention comes, you first of all have the self-confidence that I checked this car before leaving the house. It's a machine. Yes, it can develop fault anywhere. You understand? However, checking your car before leaving the house gives you some level of confidence while you are on your way. In fact, it also advises you on what care to take while on transit. Okay, so do your light checks, your mirror checks, your tire checks, check if you have spare tires, check all those things. Check your horn is working, your light, your rear light and your front lights, they are all working, as you never can tell what time you'll be coming back. Also check if your headlamp is working. That is point number 1. Point number 2, while in transit and you observe such call out, please do not stop immediately. Yes, do not stop immediately. The reason is that, first, don't stop immediately. Do your best to drive to a safe distance. If it's along Nigerian road, if you know there is a police checkpoint, drive until you get to a police checkpoint or to a filling station, to a busy place, to where is safe, where you consider safe, before attempting to stop to check your vehicle. All right, you need to get safe. That's point number 2. Please, while you are on transit, while you are driving and you get any of such call out, hey, someone trying to aggressively get your attention to say something is wrong with your car, please do not stop immediately. Drive a good distance away from them. Then before you attempt to stop, a good distance to a place of safety. Please, a place that you consider reasonably safe, or even if before they can catch up with you, you would have checked whatever you wanted to check and hit the road and you're back on your on your journey. Please don't fall for stopping immediately. Okay, so like the story I was talking about, that my colleague, when they yelled at him, he immediately stopped, dropped his phone, opened the car, jumped out of the car. He jumped out of the car, and they distracted him. They took him to the back of the car and asking him, have you seen, can you see it? While 2 imposters were busy showing it was, and they were pointing to the car, and while those ones kept him distracted, their members were able to succeed in their attempt, and of course he lost some valuables to those guys. That's number 3. Point number 3 is that at the point of that call out, everybody around you is a suspect. Treat them as such. Don't be careless. Okay, so now point number 4. In the first instance, while you are driving and you get a call out calling you to some kind of emergency or something on your car on the road, use your mirror. We talked about checking your mirrors, your side mirrors, and your center mirrors when you're on transit. Use your mirror. Yes, point number 4, very, very important. Some cars have electronic control for their mirror, so you can adjust your mirror to even check your tires and see if there's anything. And of course, use your number 6 as well, because as you drive, if anything is wrong with your tire, you should be able to feel it on the wheels. You should be able to feel it on the steering. Okay, so use your mirror to check around your car for possible signs of the alarm being raised. Okay, use your mirror to check your car. Point number 5, I don't know if you're enjoying this, please, if you like the content, it will help us for you to just put yes, I love the content and I'm enjoying and I understand what you are saying. Okay, so point number 5. Even when you have left the point of incident, that point of alarm, the point of view from the assailant, use your mirror to check if anyone is following you behind. Okay, I tell you this because personally in 2017 or thereabout, I was traveling with a friend on the Lexus 300, and along this expressway, Benin or Expressway, and we're being flagged down vehemently by some youths. So my number 6 said, we checked the sky before we left the house. So my friend attempted to stop. I said, no, keep going, don't stop, because I saw people running out. So I said, keep going. He continued. He trusted me and continued. So why are you going to ask him, can you feel anything on the car? He said, no. I said, don't worry, I know there is a checkpoint close by. When we get there, we'll come down and check the vehicle. But with the panic, he had already slammed the brake, and when he slowed down, we discovered that people were coming out from, even at our front, a bike man, blue Suzuki, can't forget that, was trailing us, coming on us. And when I told him, speed up, don't let these people close up on us. And that was how we escaped. And when we got to the checkpoint, we stopped to check. We checked around, there was nothing. So we got even the whisper now to check if there was anything. There was nothing. So if we had stopped, probably would have been a victim of robbery or maybe kidnapped. So please check to be sure that you're not being followed. As I'm sharing this content, this video for you, as you're listening to me today, some other persons are also listening to it. You know, it's on the social media space. So even the criminal-minded persons will also listen to it. You get it? That's the irony of this. And of course, they will use it to also, you know, do a psychological study on their proposed victim. All right. So please take note of this point. Number six point. Always, whether in traffic or on transit, put your valuables in the trunk of your car. This will reduce attractions to you and your car and your luggages. Now, what happens is, many occasions, except there's an information or just a random attempt to rob, you understand, sometimes, especially on a traffic robbery, many occasions it's what is displayed on your car. When these hoodlums looking through your side glasses and they see valuables, gold chains, big phones and laptops, you know, they are tempted to, you know, break into the car and, you know, steal. And of course, they know you're on traffic and of course, and all that. So put your valuables in the trunk of your car. By that, at least that way, you reduce the attraction to your car. And of course, hoodlums cannot easily just, you know, they won't see it. And of course, they won't even just break in easily to pick up your stuff. All right, point number 7, make sure all car doors are locked when on transit and even in traffic. Yes, it's better safe than sorry. All right, locking the doors of your car is very, very important. Like the story of my friend, if he had locked the door of the car, he would have just opened the passenger seat, and of course, while he was trying to check, them making an attempt to open the other parts of the door, at least that would have bought him some time to be able to stand up and quickly check. So be security conscious, be ensure to lock the doors of your car while you are on transit. Next point is that's the 8th point. Okay, the 8th point, as much as possible, avoid making phone calls while on transit. Okay, there are of course there could be emergency calls, there are important calls. You can easily just say, please, if it's urgent, that's what I do. I say, is it urgent? If it's not urgent, I'm on transit, can we talk about this later? And of course, I try to go with headsets and all that. So if it's an urgent call, I just plug in my headset and I just focus on what I'm driving and what my trip. So because many occasions when you're on phone calls, the phone is on your ear and you know you are carried away sometimes, if you are honest, you know, and when this kind of call comes out, you just slam your brake urgently because you are not sure what's happening, and of course you're not paying attention, and of course before you know it, you run into this thing. So please, as much as possible, you can, you know, avoid, you know, making handheld phone calls while on transit. If you can connect to the headsets, to the Bluetooth in your car, if you're alone, well, that's okay by you. Then if you have headsets, you can use that, because of course we cannot take away the fact that sometimes people really want to reach us urgently. So as much as possible, you can just try and avoid making phone calls while on transit. It will keep you safe. Like I said, it's better to be safe than sorry. The last point I have to share for you today is when on transit, and especially in traffic as well, the middle lane remains the safest place on the road. It still remains the safest place. Yes, stay in the middle if you can. The reason is that at least passerby stay at the two flanks of the road, the two extreme, you know, of the road. So it's easier for them to spy into people's car from there. But at the middle of the road, rarely do you see people moving at the middle of the road trying to spy your car and know what's there. Sometimes it happens, but the middle lane still remains safer. I've heard of stories of people driving and they are putting on gold chains and gold rings and you know, gold wristwatches, and while in serious traffic situation, they just, you know, probably some that wound down, okay, some that winds down, and you know, to take it, and they just put their hand and grab it. Okay, I've had also, I was in a vehicle traveling one of those days, and someone was making a phone call on traffic, and they just put hand and pick the phone. These hoodlums. So they observe you. So please stay safe. Security is every man's business. If you like this content, let me know in the comment section. I intend to share an update on traffic robbery and traffic incidents in my next content, but that depends on how much you guys love this and how much you want it. Thank you, and do have a good day. I'll see you when I see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on notification bell, and like. All right, thank you.